ye. You know what's round here all weekend and all week? There's nothing, only music and dancing and all sorts of stuff that's going on. Well, I have a story. You all know what set dancing is. But this particular group were short one. And this is the story of an old lady that was dragged in off the street to do a set dance in a competition. And her name is Mcgee. And I hope you like it. When the local cultus committee, they needed one to dance in a set. They found that in the parish, that even one was hard to get. If it wasn't corns, it was ulcers, or rheumatics, one or two. Now the situation got so desperate that a one-legged one would do. So they got into a huddle, and they'd finally agree. There was no one else they could enlist on the Mcgee. Now Marianne had lost her man in a traffic accident, and from the hell that he'd been through, it was straight up above he went. Marianne collected the insurance and got on with her life, determined that before too long that she'd be someone else's wife. So she took the invitation to dance the Newport set, and that in her newfound social circles, a brand new man she'd get. Rehearsals in the village hall were held 5 nights a week. As Marianne kicked timber, the sweat flowed from her brow and cheeks. She tried remembering all the moves. Her brow in consternation knit. You know, she might have been enthusiastic, but she wasn't very fit. But she carried on relentlessly, hard at practice night and day, still having time and a watchful eye for the man that had come her way. Competition night arrived. Marianne stood in the wings, her body stiff with tension, and her nerves as tight as fiddle strings. She could see into the audience, and her heart did skip a beat when she spotted an old boyfriend down in the front row seat. But one crucial thing she didn't know, but was to learn later, was that the man she knew long years ago was now the adjudicator. Her turn it came to go on stage. She marched out with the rest. Her ability to catch a man, she'd soon put to the test. The musicians started playing, and she braced herself to go, and hoped that in the judge's eyes, unnoticed she'd not go. But disaster clouds were lurking near as her partner swung around. He swung her just a wee bit hard, and her 2 feet left the ground. Her size 6 shoe slipped from her foot and sailed into the air. At speed it headed towards the judge as he hid in his chair. A gasp of consternation from the audience arose as the speeding missile smacked him on the nose. But the blood was pumping down his face. Marianne was mortified as she came down to claim her shoe. Her face she tried to hide. And as she climbed back up on stage, you know, her mind was in a flap. But then, didn't things go from bad to worse when she felt the elastic snap? The cruel hand of fate had struck like some terrible disease, when what should have been around her waist was down around her knees. With her face the colour of beetroot, she rushed into the wings, ignoring pleas of "Will you please come back?" No, she gathered up her things. She rushed out to the car park, the tears coursing down her cheeks. She fumbled with the door lock, feeling tired, old and weak. All her hopes were shattered now. She'd not show her face again. She'd not suffer the embarrassment, not alone the pain. So she started up her motor, and she set off like a rocket, with emigration on her mind and her knickers in her pocket. I would know.